In today's video, we're going to go hands-on with the 15-inch 2018 MacBook Pro with the i7 processor. Welcome everyone, it is Andrew here for AppleInsider, and we've already taken a look at the 13-inch MacBook Pro, but how does the 15-inch compare and what else can you expect? We're going to go through all of that and show you the benchmarks and how it compares right now. Right out of the gate, everything looks really similar to the last generation model. Heck, even the box is pretty much the same thing with the same graphics right on the front. Right inside, we find our 2.2 GHz i7 15-inch base model, as well as a USB cord and the 87-watt power adapter. This is all the same hardware that was included in the last generation, so nothing different to see here. On the actual hardware of the laptop, the exterior is largely unchanged. There's nothing you're really going to notice on the exterior that is different than the last generation model. However, that doesn't mean there's nothing new. There's actually a ton of new features going on in this year's laptops. So before we get to the benchmarks, let's take a look at what's changed hardware-wise from what we saw last year. First up, the display. The biggest change to the display is the new True Tone display that actually changes the white balance or the temperature of the display based on the environment that the laptop's in. It does so using two ambient light sensors that are on the top of the case, and it actually requires that the case is open to be used, even though it can work with some external monitors. We've seen this tech before on iPhones and iPads, and now it has finally made the jump to the Mac for the first time. We'll give you a little idea of what that looks like in just a minute. We also have the brand new 3rd generation Butterfly keyboard. There's a few changes between this model and the last one. Apple says this new keyboard is meant to be quieter and that was a common complaint. While it very may well have been a big complaint, it's not the biggest change in this keyboard. Uncovered after we did our 13-inch hands-on, there's actually a silicone membrane inside of the keycaps that prevents debris from lodging themselves inside. We'll be testing that out real quick to see how it makes a difference in actual typing. Otherwise, a lot of the specs are the same. We still have Touch Bar with Touch ID. We do have an upgraded T2 chip inside, which actually enables additional functionality like Hey Siri. Again, another first for the Mac. We now have Bluetooth 5.0. We've made the jump from LPDDR3 to the new DDR4, which is a little bit more power intensive, which is why there's a new, slightly larger battery. That larger battery shouldn't really yield any additional usage time, but it'll help compensate for that additional power consumption. So again, we've got the i7 2.2 6-core Intel processor. This is a pretty beastly processor, and it's got a huge spec jump over the last generation models. So we got some of those on hand to run a few different benchmarks against and see how it performs. We're also going to talk a little bit about comparing it to the i9, but we'll leave that for a more high-end i9 review and benchmarks coming down the line. With all the basics out of the way, let's go ahead and dive in. When you open this laptop for the first time, Apple walks you through a couple of those new features because they are kind of a big deal. First up is going to be Siri. It walks you through the basic Siri functionality, enabling or disabling it, but then it walks you through the keyword activated Siri, which I won't say, so all of your devices don't go off again. But they walk you through a few different phrases and kind of a refresher on what Siri can actually do on the Mac, including opening specific folders, checking your downloads folder, or even just checking the weather. Using the keyword activated Siri is going to be a lot handier than just having to invoke it with the keystroke. It'll be even more useful in the future with macOS Mojave that'll actually get HomeKit support, so you can control your smartphone from your Mac without having to actually touch anything. We also have that True Tone display. Here you can see a little bit, it's a little bit hard to see on camera, but it's shifting between a little bit of a warmer color and then more of a bluer color if you have it on or off, just based on the lighting in the room. Moving on to the new keyboard, let's compare it with the old MacBook on the left to the new one on the right. It's definitely quieter, but it still has the same responsiveness that you've come to expect from these style of chiclet keyboards. I really appreciate the quietness, though I'm not sure if that's really the main purpose other than preventing all that debris from getting inside. Now let's move on to getting some benchmarks. We ran a variety of tests on our 15-inch MacBook Pro with this 2.2 6-core i7 processor. We ran the latest Geekbench 4 testing, then we moved on to the Cinebench R15, which will really push our machines to the limits. We also took this time to look a little bit at the thermal throttling and how this machine compared to the more powerful i9 processor. We're definitely going to address it more head on in our i9 review, but for right now, we were pretty impressed with the performance of this i7 model. When it was clocked down during thermal throttling, something that every CPU has to do, it was actually able to achieve very similar numbers to the clocked down i9, a very encouraging sign for this model here. After running many back-to-back tests, getting those fans running and the processors hot, we're still able to receive a 916 on our CPU score. That's really impressive for this i7 model. To finish out our bevy of tests, we turned to the age-old Blackmagic disk speed test. We ran this, and again, there isn't too big of a difference here between what we're seeing on this year's model and what we saw on last year's model. Let's go ahead and summarize all of the different benchmarks that we've gotten so far. For this comparison, we're going to compare this 2.2 6-core i7 processor to the 2016 MacBook Pro, which had a 2.7 quad-core i7 processor. In the Geekbench 4 single-core test, we had a 4300 on this 16 and then a 4884 on the 2018, which is a pretty solid gain. On the multi-core, we saw 14755 and a huge jump on the multi to 22179 on the 2018. On the Cinebench R15, our OpenGL test earned around 8011 on the 2016 and around 92 on the 2018. Lastly, on the R15, the CPU test, we were getting around 677 on our 2016 model and our 2018 model. While it could go a little bit lower, once it leveled out, it stayed around 910 to 918. These are some pretty huge gains, not only over the 2016 model, but on the 2017 model as well. Among the other changes, we also saw improved speakers this year. They're not going to necessarily be louder, but they're definitely fuller than they have been in the past. We noticed some pretty significant increases in both the bass and the mids. Apple already had some of the best laptop speakers out there, and this year they've only gotten better. They could be using some of that new audio knowledge that they've been learning from making their own headphones as well as the HomePod. The MacBook Pro is as beastly as a machine as ever. It is packed with the latest tech in a really slim package, including Thunderbolt 3 and Bluetooth 5. It is a more than capable workhorse that's going to really fit a lot of different people. Any student who wants that larger display or is interested in gaming, as well as any professionals that are looking to edit photos, videos, and more. I'm really interested to know what you guys think. Do you like the new Pros? Which model is your favorite that you'd pick out? The 13-inch, the 15 with the i7, or are you looking for that i9? Let us know below.
If you enjoyed this video, like it and hit that subscribe button. Also, check out our price guide, which makes it extremely easy to find the best deals on Apple products, updated daily. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you in the next video.